Hello everyone and welcome to Kamilia's kitchen. أهلا وسهلا. As you can hear the song in the background that says منسف عجاج ما ينفع أردنية. That means if you make mansaf on chicken, that doesn't work for Jordanians. So we have to use lamb. And so today for mansaf, I'm using lamb chops with the bones in them. I really like those because they don't have, they're leaner, so I don't have to trim them from the fat. And I just wash them a couple of times and then boil the meat until the foam forms on the top, where I scrape the foam and add my onion, bay leaves, and cardamom to it, just to give it a good flavor. So here it's boiling, and this is time just to scoop out what goes on top and add the seasoning, or al-mutayyibat, what some people say. Bay leaves is a must, and onion. I use onion, bay leaf, and cardamom every time I boil meat or chicken. Well, while I'll let the meat boil until it's done. And then in the meantime, I start working with the leban or yogurt sauce. Well, it's yogurt rocks before it's yogurt sauce. So those are the yogurt rocks that I brought from Jordan. And I crack them and soak them overnight. And then use the blender to blend them all together so there's no small pieces there. It's all smooth. And so I add also, after I add a little bit of yogurt. So I added about 2 cups of yogurt here. And the reason I add yogurt is so I don't have to use all the jameed, those yogurt rocks is called jameed. I don't have to use all of them, so I can spare them. As you can see, I added a little bit of turmeric to it. So the mansaf is usually, mansaf sauce is usually yellow. And so I blend until it's all smooth, and then I boil it. But when I boil it, I have to make sure that I'm stirring all the time. If you stop stirring, something it's not going to work out. You're going to get those little pieces thicken, and it's not as smooth as we want. So, as you may know, mansaf is the most popular meal. It's the Jordanian popular meal. So it has its own tradition and customs. And usually people eat it by hand. They make it as balls and they eat it by hand. So now I'm checking on the meat. And it would take about 2 hours to get really nice and soft. And so I just turn the stove off. Once it's done, I know I can just feel it between my fingers to make sure it's soft enough. So I just took a piece and I kind of pinch it to make sure it's soft. And so I just let it sit until the yogurt sauce boils. As you can see that I keep stirring, even though I purchased this stirrer, but I sometimes I forget to use it. And so I added little bit of the clarified butter that homemade that I made, and now I'm adding the lamb to it, so the lamb can get the flavor of the yogurt sauce or jameed or laban. And so, of course, this is served with rice and on a large platter. For today, I just made a small one. And then you roast pine nuts and almonds to put on top. And as you can see, there it is, our favorite meal. Enjoy. Sahtain wa afieh.